Hello and welcome to my channel. Happy Black History Month. All right. And to even if you're not black, still happy Black History Month, you know? You got black friends, right? Tell them. I'm going to tell you, your prosperity will multiply. But do it because you love them, not because you're trying to get something from them. All right, we're going to get into a reading of what is needed. I feel the urge to pull this card. Luxury. What'd I say? Boy. Luxury. Luxury. Be blessed. That's what happened. Love over everything. Be blessed. Luxury and abundance. All right. Let's see. Laboratory and supermarket. Yeah, all having all your ingredients and all. Let me tell you, this is gonna be a different type of reading, but a reading nonetheless. See, see what happens. Like I said, happy Black History Month. I said, for those who, aren't of the chocolate persuasion, but you have your friends and you love them, and you tell them happy Black History Month, and you actually get to know them, like more unity, more love, understanding, ask questions of their culture. You'd be surprised. The ingredients equaling knowledge, what you've learned. Learn something, mix it all up. You know what I'm saying? Luxury is going to enrich your life, knowing not just culturally, but intimately too. Being closer to your friend. Is a kitty in the back. She agreeing. Being closer to your friend, learning more about the diaspora, asking more questions. They might stimulate you to learn your own background. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the energy of love and uh community, Yeah, look at that. You know, get rid of and look, danger lurks. Danger lurks. You know what that represents, right? Hatred, racism, people that want to come into your space and be like, oh, well, don't do this, don't do that, and like, all that negative energy. You know, I think we're past that. It's been a rapture, and when people hear rapture, they think, of course, religion. But rapture is, I see it as like shifting. You're shifting into a new dimension, a new frequency, a new reality where you looking back at the energy you used to be in. You graduated from that, and you're like, dang, I used to be in that energy. That shit sucks. Or dang, these people that I live behind, they're still stuck like NPCs, like Sims, doing the same thing. And now you're in a whole new energy where you're enriching yourself. Also picking up plants, vegetables, and stuff. I think that's a specific someone is working in the garden. So if that's you, doing a good job. Also picking up carrots. Whether you're planting carrots or you need to add carrots to your diet, carrots and greens. Um, Also catnip. I don't know, that's for someone. Catnip, growing catnip. I mean, catnip can also be used, obviously, for your cat, but also catnip is used for manifestation. If you know, you know. For my practitioners, using the herb to brew, uh, brew it into an oil. Like when you want to go into business, you rub it on your hands to bring things towards you. If you're not familiar with it, look it up, the metaphysical meaning for catnip. So I want to move forward. All right. So, keeping away from people who want to keep you and like an old death, because a lot of you guys have been through a rebirth. You shed, like, I'm seeing like this black, thick shadow, like energy, you know, like heaviness. And I know sometimes people, they want to, and I'm not going to associate that as if like it's negative or bad, like color black or anything like that. But like that shadow self, I should say, was just like stripped away, and not just that. I'm also picking up like bad habits, maybe getting over some drugs and depression, but heavy on bad habits. Also with when it comes to eating, someone watch your cholesterol, heavy on that. If you haven't been eating right, your cholesterol, taking a lot of butter and like starchy food and junk food, please watch that. Um, Change up your diet. If you're struggling with that, at least like I'm picking up greens, like add some type of green to your meal. Picking up matcha, adding matcha or some leafy. And if you have issues inserting that into your daily routine, I should say, like, if you want to get like, add like make a little like a bubble tea, get like a little matcha powder and put some like organic honey, you know, ice it up a little bit, and just sip it. It'll taste just like a green tea. Put little grapes in it to make it like a bubble tea if you want, or get creative, but heavy on adding some green. Picking up ice cream. We all love our ice cream, but I'm also picking up like organic ice cream, or start making your own uh desserts, healthy desserts, instead of so much processed sugar. Excuse me. Ew, my throat chakra, yeah. Processed sugar, watching that processed sugar. Ain't nothing wrong with a little cake. And if you in New Orleans like me, a little king cake, ain't nothing wrong with little cake. I'm also picking up somebody's birthday, white cake, green cake with sprinkles or something. Also picking up someone, probably also someone that's like 2 or 3. They're having a birthday soon, a little girl. Ooh, picking up that too. Heavy on that. So happy birthday. If you have a kid just turning like 2 or 3, or you're going to an event with somebody's birthday, or just in general, someone's birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. All right, let's see what else message we have. Ooh, okay, these are already flipped over. So we're gonna keep these. Beach and countryside. Let's see, Spirit, what is the energy clarification for this? And countryside. All right, country. Horseback riding. A trip. Taking a trip to the countryside, relaxing, slowing down. Heavy on, excuse me, heavy on slowing down, taking a pace. For others, it's a vacation, but also being mindful if you're going to vacation near a beach. Watch your stuff, watch your belongings, picking up on that. This one's about to come out. Look, adobo water, yeah. So if you're going by the beach, watch your stuff. If you're going swimming, watch your stuff. Have somebody watch your stuff. Be careful of men coming up to you offering things. Of course, we love those nutcrackers and stuff, but heavy on making sure that isn't laced with anything. So if you're going to the beach, watch your stuff and watch what you consume. Don't be, watch your friends. Don't be going off with people you don't know. They're trying to lure you into a place that, I'm not trying to get too dark, but that sounds very specific. So, yeah, let's see what else. Message to relay that I tell. Like I said, excuse me, heart chakra. I was about to say something important. Yeah, heavy on that. Watch yourself. Also, don't try to force things to fit, because this message is timeless reading is for whoever needs to go up to. But be careful on people trying to like shift your energy during this time. Trying to put you in like let's say you elevated and you graduated to this new energy, this higher learning of yourself and understanding, because we've all been there. We've all experienced something when our shadow selves, and we got out of it. We're like, damn, people are allowed to change. That's growth, that's evolution. People are allowed to change. Don't allow people to bring you back into that energy. You know what I'm saying? Bring you back into that energy and be like, oh, remember this, remember that. It's so hard. So hard. Yeah, nightclub, we're gonna get to that. So hard that, they're trying to like gaslight you into like this whole energy. It's like putting back some dead skin that you already shed off for their enjoyment, because they feel more comfortable when you were still in that energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bring you back to that type of lifestyle, nightlife. In one case, if I was reading in a different read, it'd be, going out and stuff like positive, mingling. In this case, is like the darker spectrum of nightclubs, and you're mixing with people, but you're being more conscious of their energies and their shadow selves. But it's not in a way where it's like, oh my god, you're worried about everyone, and it's kind of like an extremist about it. You're not being extremist about it. You're just like, okay, well, this ain't for me. Be what the situation calls for. Be like, I'm not in this energy right now, and that is perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pressure yourself to fit an energy that no longer suits you. And that's not without judgment. And you don't have to explain yourself to people either. People will be like, oh, are you too this? You do like, nah. I'm just moving easy. You know, you just moving easy, honey. Just do your thing and what works for you. Yeah, you street smart, book smart. You know your people. You good. You know how to move in these streets. Let me put one more. Yep. What is this? Frame view. You know. Yep. Frame view. That's what I'm saying. Glass portal, window sill. Look, she at peace. She chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be in these streets or I could be in these sheets just chilling in my home, relaxing, watering my plant, looking outside, inner knowledge of what it is and what just looking at the outer knowledge of what it is. But doesn't mean you have to, be in those streets. You know what I'm saying? And you can be in those streets at the same time. It's balance. And you don't have, and this is giving me the energy where it's like, I have nothing to prove because you're feeling absolutely yourself. And I love that. I absolutely love, 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 love that for you guys. You guys have reached that energy, that uh what is the word I'm looking for? Brain fart. Ooh, something's trying to choke me up, y'all. But I'm gonna get this message out. Message out. Hell fucking no. Excuse my French. Yep. Confirmation, because you guys are doing great. So people are uh desperate. Low frequency people are desperate at this time to like snatch you down. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of you guys are stopping and looking at it and like, dang, you looking at them, like really, really taking a look at them right now. Like, dang, it's like NPC, and it's like you see them stuck on the same loop, stuck in the same program, and like you see that crazy in their eyes, and that like there's that energy of being stuck. And it's kind of like it's like you're hanging with people that are like have uh kindergarten mindsets, and then suddenly you're in high school. You right? Follow me now. You're still an adult, but just their mindset. And then you look back at people that are still in kindergarten. You're just kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, how did I even fall for this stupid shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm not to shit on like little kids, because they have eyes to see and they stuff. But you know what I'm talking about, the silliness, the foolishness. Heavy big up on that. A lot of you guys have woken up to that. A lot of you guys see the MP3 shit. It's not even phasing you anymore, and it's not even and a lot of you guys aren't even coming to like being judgy about it either. Be careful the people who want to gaslight you to make it seem like you're judged, because they're trying to create this energy so they can have ammunition to talk about other people to you. Ooh, I meant to say talk to people to you, but they're talking about other people. So it's multiplying. Two-faced shit. Be careful of that, baby. Heavy on two-faced shit. Because the same people that's in your face is the same people that's probably doing the same shit to other people, going back and forth, gossiping. What's this? Yeah, gambling and shit. Playing games. Just playing games. Absolutely not. You hold the cards. You hold the cards. And you're allowed to like hold your hand, to everybody. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna see it's like going into a new circle and gravitating to a new circle. You don't even have to announce yourself. You're gonna see the desperation of people trying to suddenly pop in and try to pull you back into that old circle, into that old energy. And I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be your sign. There's a difference between new people coming in or old people coming in that has stuff going on to themselves, and they're now seeing that you are now consistent, and so now you guys can both come together and create something, but at the same time separate, because you guys are both your independence, versus people coming in and it's kind of like, oh, we got to pull them back into this energy. How about we do this? How about we do that? Like I said, heavy, heavy, heavy on not allowing people to gaslight you. You know what I'm saying? Dance at the beat of your own drum. And that's another message. If you're creating something, and it doesn't seem like it's coming off, have faith in yourself. Don't feel like you have to go back to a whole bunch of raggedy shit to get these doors open. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. There's a million people. It will find the way. Open up those doors. Open up those waters. Listen, whatever diaspora you're in or ethnicity or whatever, call on your ancestors. Yeah, release them. Some of you guys might have to like clear some of their karma and stuff. Excuse me. Ooh, karma. Yeah. Unleash some stuff. Pay your dues where it needs to be paid and move forward. you know, what's on the bottom of the deck? Crossroads. I kid you not. Yep. Here we have it. That's your confirmation. All right. Thank you for sticking around. Please like and subscribe if you got something from this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank you for staying with me. And as always, let the tides teach you and move you. All right. You guys are doing fine. If nobody's told you you're doing great, you are doing fabulous and great. All right. Like I said, don't let anybody gaslight you. You're on the right path. All right. Take care.